for some people.
Notifying viewers that you're live.
Love that ladder on the back. Got the Avid 22-foot Rogue center console.
All right.
You want to be on the video?
No, I do not. And if I could get 3 signatures so that I can move on to my next one, that would be amazing.
Okay, we're live.
Oh.
That's fine.
Why would you talk to me?
Get on video. Come here. Come here. Hey guys, here at Southern Mud Sports, Waverly, Alabama, Avid, y'all have seen us do these on the water boat reviews. If you haven't, make sure you go check out our YouTube channel where we break down a lot of the boats we sell, show you what they ride, talk about them on the water, live situations. So go check out our YouTube channel. If you haven't seen some of those, you might see a boat that you're really interested in, find out a lot of information about it. Also, you can shoot us questions and stuff. If there's stuff you don't see on the video that you'd like to know, we can get back out there and do whatever. But I can tell you these are pretty amazing performing machines. I have tested these personally. Definitely do not try anything I do at home. But I have tested these to the limits, to the extremes, and we're going to keep doing that with all the boats that we sell at our Southern Mud Sports, and buggies and mowers and such. But this is the Avid 2020 22-foot Rogue. It's got a 98-inch beam. What a lot of people like this boat is if you're on the coast or if you're in a big lake, when it gets nasty and rough, it's got a 27-inch side, which a lot of the other competitions does not have. So it's extremely dry ride. It's extremely, extremely safe. In the, taking this out offshore to a close rig or something like that on the coast, or going out catching or trolling or doing some stuff like that. Big open bays. This boat's gonna have no problem. 25-inch transom in the rear is another thing that really sets it apart. Right here in the back, since we got the camera guy back here, we'll kind of lay down some stuff on the back for y'all. These are the Southern Light LED Rooster Tail 3.0s with the motor mount brackets. So what's really cool with this is you don't even have to drill in your boat or anything. Engine's bolted. We had a washer on the back side, a washer on the front side, and a nut. And then you got a no drill rooster tail right there. You're gonna see everything back behind you, and you're gonna look cool. Any color option you can possibly want. Also, we have these that are made for power poles. So if you have power poles on the bracket on the back, we also have the brackets that are gonna mount to that. We got the high-speed pickups right here on the rear. You don't see that either. So what that is when you're running 50, 60 mile an hour with this boat, with this Yamaha 175 show, it's going to be able to supply your bait and your catch with plenty of water. It's not going to have to be in the, off-plane situation to where it can actually suck, water for your live wells and bait wells. Also, it's got the easy board ladder, an excellent option. Never know if you're gonna fall over or whatever, or if you're just chilling on the sandbar. Super easy, folds down, you're able to board. Obviously it extends all the way out like that. So about anybody can get on there. And then the bungee goes over it and it clips in place right there. Got the easy fill gas tank right here on the back. How many gallons of gas we got on there?
30. It's gonna be 34.
34 gallons of gas on the Avid 22-foot Rogue. Let's see, I'm gonna stay on the outside and I'm gonna take my shoes off and get on the inside. Tandem trailer, typically anything 20 foot, 21 foot, 22 and above. I really highly recommend the tandem trailer.
We have a question.
Yep.
D Maldo 84. Beautiful boat. I'm on the fence between this brand and a G3.
G3, okay. G3, very long company that's been in the industry. To me, it's not even really a comparison. I've had a G3 back in the day, 18-foot center console, tunnel prop hull, and Avid, the quality, the paint, the construction, the T-rail. If you see them side by side, every single person agrees. It's just two different ball games. Avid has really stepped out there. It's pretty amazing to see a company step out and start a boat, with a bar so high. A lot of people get in at an entry level and then they start improving and try to get better and better. And Avid just kind of came out swinging and said, we're going to take all our years of, establishing 4 boat companies over the years and put everything we can into the aluminum boat market and really shake it up. And they've done that. Extremely solid ride. I guess I could say, one of the biggest things I noticed, because I've grown up in the aluminum boat industry and even the ocean market back when I was little, deep sea fishing. So the solid ride, this thing doesn't ride like aluminum boat. Aluminum boats, you get a lot of loud noise, the clapping, the vibration, the shaking. And this thing runs like a fiberglass boat. I mean, I grew up going out a pass, running, 40 miles an hour, getting airborne from wake to wake, getting out of the pass. And, that's where you can really tell a difference in boats and the shaking and just the noise and vibration that is caused through aluminum boats. You don't get that with an Avid. There's some other boats on the market do really well too. But G3s, in my experience, I've ran a lot of G3s with Southern Light and getting product photos and stuff like that. And just the Avid construction, the warranty, the company themselves worked really hard, for us to get us the parts in a very, very timely fashion. And, they take a lot of pride in their name. So to me, the construction, and if you just see the boat side by side, I mean, G3 does not have a big, beautiful console like this in this entry-level boat price. I think the 22 Rogue starts at around $38,000. And that's just, that's unbelievable. Get a 22-foot boat with 27-inch sides. That's another thing. So you're talking about G3. They're not going to have 27-inch sides. They're not going to have 25-inch transom. Don't think they're going to have easy fill gas tank in most of the options. They're not going to have the bait well size. They're not going to have this quality of, seat. All the stainless steel options that Avid does. I mean, you see a lot of those boats where they just have a black steel that's going to rust, the latches, all this stuff is, stainless steel here, your hatch latches, all stainless, your screws. It's just an extremely overbuilt, high-speed pickups. Just even the leaning post. I'm going to go ahead and crawl up in here. Let me get these shoes off. So like even on this leaning post, you can see right here, like look how beefy that is. Like my fingers don't even touch going around it. There's not an aluminum boat on the market that has this kind of, robustness in the, leaning post. I mean, most of the people have like a little bitty leaning post and, you can sit up there, plenty of room. Got the bait well here, big, huge console, because you could see, I mean, me sitting there, I mean, look how big that seat is. I'll sit on this side so y'all can see it. So you can about fit 2 people on this if you wanted to, 2 kids for sure.
We got another question from Z Saffold. How does the Rogue/Recon compare overall to XL Bay Pro Elites? Stuck between the two.
I got you. So the Rogue is a direct competitor of most of the Express bays. The Recon's kind of a little step above. It is the same hole, exact same hole. You just have a little different configuration here. You've got the big rod boxes on the Recon, and I'm a big fan of the Recon. I think it's a more of an, I guess you could say, ultimate fishing design. One thing with Avid, a lot of people get confused in their models is, like the Express bays and such, you have the side gunnel rail cap here, comes to the front, and then you have a slant, a bow coming in right here. And that is how Express and all the other companies do. When you get up to the FST, the FSX, or the Fusion, or the FSX, FST, the Mag, sorry, that's what I was thinking, or the Mag series. Instead of this coming up here, this gunnel rail right here turns and tapers all the way up to the front. Just like any high-performance ocean boat, bass boat, fiberglass, how it is a continued taper all the way to the front. It is an unbelievable look when you look at the boats. We've had them in the showroom. Customers can't even tell that they're aluminum because they look just like a fiberglass boat. This is the traditional aluminum design where they have the bow and the gunnel rail runs down the side. Those other models I described, that bends all the way up here to where you have a huge front fishing deck, and it gives it a look of fiberglass high-end boat, for a lot more affordable price. To me, the biggest difference, to answer your question on the things with Expresses, I've done a lot of reviews on Expresses with my lighting company, and they are great boats. I mean, Express is, by far probably one of the number one. Actually, I think Avid has taken, the 20-foot center console market. They sold more boats actually in the 20-foot range than any other company. So, Avid has definitely come out swinging, and you can see why. So back to your question, Express doesn't have a seat like this. I mean, with this size diameter tubing, the T-tops that they have are in no comparison. The Express and the other companies use little spindly tubes, maybe 1.5 inch. Their stuff's 2.5 inch. Everything is kind of overbuilt. I don't know how many of y'all know, but Avid actually came from the saltwater marine industry with Nautic Star. So they've taken all their stuff that they learned in a harsh saltwater environment and how things can be beat up and torn up, and they incorporated into a boat that's not necessarily a hardcore saltwater fishing boat, but they know that that's the way it should be built, and they're not going to have problems. You can see, I mean, how much room this seat has to where, I mean, it's a seat. It's a leaning post, but I mean, it is an extremely comfortable seat. It has a backrest that will actually go in here that's removable. So if you want a backrest, if you're just out cruising, and you can lean against that, and it's removable. This folds up just like that. This is the deluxe leaning post. And then, of course, you got storage all under here. So, every single bit of space is saved. The awesome contour of the fiberglass with the, the handles built into the side where they're kind of integrated in. The huge rod launchers right here. I mean, you can tell. I mean, I had these, on our saltwater boat when I was growing up. So this is a saltwater industry type rod launcher that they're putting in. We're talking a starting price at $38,000 on the 22-foot Rogue. And you're getting this kind of quality. This has a JBL stereo system. The rod holders here on the side. The seats in the rear. The seats you got storage under the shotgun seats back here.
We have another question of where are y'all located?
So we got multiple locations. We've got one down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, Foley area. We've got one in Waverly, which is Auburn, Alabama, Auburn University. And then we have Huntsville, Alabama. It's the Athens store right there, Madison, outside of Huntsville. And then we have Davenport, Iowa, is our other store right there on the Mississippi River. It's called the Bluegrass location, but it's right there in Davenport, Iowa. So, you know, if you need any Avid rogues or any kind of aluminum boat, that's what we specialize in, is the, you know, the best of the best in the aluminum market, and that's what we carry. Once again, if you haven't seen the videos on our YouTube channel, go check those out, where we're testing these boats to the extreme. Check out our pictures. Definitely do not attempt the stuff we do on our videos. We got some really, really cool videos y'all need to stay tuned for on Avids we've tested that, I mean, haven't even really hit the market yet.
From Jay Vince, can I order the upgraded leaning post with backrest for my road that I bought from y'all?
The upgraded leaning post, kind of depends. I assume it's probably a 20 Rogue that he bought. And if it's a 20 Rogue, this seat is going to be back a little further. I think it actually mounts to the back deck right here.
20 cc.
So, yes, we have upgraded them. Some of the bolt holes might not line up perfectly, but I'm sure we can come up with anything. We got our own fab shop. So you would definitely lose, obviously, the cost of the standard leaning post, but we could probably get the deluxe leaning post and definitely fab it if we had to. Yeah, I appreciate all the questions and everything. Anyone got questions, make sure you reach out and ask them. It can be about anything. It don't have to be about the, you know, the Avid Rogue 22 that we're talking about right now. But extremely huge boat. I mean, this is a 22-foot boat that's perfectly capable. I guess we'll talk a little bit about the lights and kind of go over those. Get the guy to kill the lights in the shop. On the front, this is Southern Light LED bass boat light. This is our bass boat light package is what we call this, that we sell at all our Southern Mud Sports. We don't get any lights with any of our boats that we sell. We do them in-house. This is unbelievable. This customer actually already had their trolling motor, so he's going to use this to mount. I will kind of show you there. You see this plate. It's already got holes in it. So it's actually going to sandwich in between the trolling motor when he mounts it down, and you're going to have a nice driving light right there that you're going to be able to see all obstacles and keep you safe. You got our Snake Tube 3.0s on the outside, the brightest, toughest strip version lights on the market, proprietary design by Southern Light LED. Been doing business for, you know, several, you know, well over a decade. Got the green inside, of course, got the blue on the outside. And then we got the blue 3.0 rooster tails off the back with the transom mount, so you can see backing up and you look cool. We've got these in all colors. Keep them in stock at all the Southern Mud Sports. If you have an existing boat and want to bring it in, we can definitely trick it out. We do JL stereo, pretty much anything you need. Garmin, Humminbird, Simrad, we can do it. But just a great, great fishing boat for the price point. I think this one, with all the lights and everything, and how this one we rigged it out for this customer, sold for right around $47,000 is kind of what this package sold for this customer, with a aluminum tandem trailer and everything. And this does have the upgraded hydraulic steering on the 175. Guys, the 175, this is an absolute rocket for a boat motor. I think this thing hits, you know, touching close to 60 miles an hour. And you can get going and have 3-4 foot wave seas, and this thing just skips right across the top of the waves. so you don't feel any of that, bouncing or anything. It's extremely safe feeling. And once again, that 175 show is, I just absolutely love these boats, at how fast they are and how comfortable they are to drive. This one does have the Sea Star tilting steering wheel. You can cut them lights back on. It's got the tilting steering wheel right here, which I really, really like, especially on the center consoles, of course, because if you're standing up driving, you can sit there and drive like this. If you're sitting down, you can do it like this, and you can see how comfortable that is when you're driving like this. You don't want to be up like this trying to turn a steering wheel, so it makes it really, really nice to tilt it up to where you can steer like that. And plenty of room in the cockpit. This one is the upgraded drains. It's really good how, Avid learns things. They modify it, they change it. They don't just sit stagnant. It's got the 3 drain holes so we can get all that water out and it's not collecting in the corners. So definitely an upgrade they did there. 25-gallon live well in the front. It's got 2 live wells, bait well, whatever you want to call it. We got one. 10.5-gallon right here in the front. 25-gallon right here. This one does have the pass-through storage right there. You can access it from both sides of the seat pedestal base. This is called the extra step storage. I really, really like it. We put it in all of ours because it's an excellent way just to gain a lot of storage. And, you're not having to make that huge step up to the deck. You kind of got a double step because that deck is, up there. Makes it real easy for fishing to where it's not down in the boat. It gets you up high to where you can see really well. Show you that bait well one more time.
8-person capacity. 8-person capacity.
Yeah, it's got an 8-person capacity. These are the rod launchers right here on the side that clip in. You can set your rods. The tips go up in the bow. You can turn around, kind of show them that, and those do stow out of the way. But your tips go up in there. Nope. New thing they added up here is kind of cool. It's got a little spot you can put your phone right here. Is really neat. Keeps everything in there. Water drains out. It's got the stereo head unit right there. But this is the Avid 2022 Rogue center console. Yep, weighs about 1,700 pounds, so extremely lightweight for the construction it has. Obviously, the 1,700 pounds, that doesn't include the 175. That's going to be the smaller engine, and it's not going to include the trailer, of course. So, got any more questions? Or?
All right, one last question.
All right.
From Hunter Lowry, thoughts on the Avid 18 Commander?
Avid 18 Commander. It's a great boat for the size. You get the 90 show on there. It's once again, it's an extremely solid boat. It's one thing I've noticed with Avid throughout their whole lineup is they do not ride or drive anything like an aluminum boat, and that goes the same for their Commander line. Don't really know if it's how they add foam, how they add structural support. It all is 125 gauge aluminum, so an extremely robust across all of their holes. You get the 125. I know some people asked about G3 and some other brands. They all do not do that, and they do not offer the 125. They offer it as an upgrade. With Avid, it's standard across their full lineup. Commander's a great riding boat. To me, it's a great all-purpose boat. It is a phenomenal fishing boat during the summer because it comes with a live well in it, and it comes with a huge gas tank, 12-gallon, I believe. So it has a live well, has a 12-gallon gas tank, gun box, tray, rear seat storage. The 3 across the deck front seating for fishing. You can get it in the camo, or what I really like is you can get, an 18-foot boat with cool colors and all the options that you know, Avid offers. You can get all the platinum clear on it, so you can, you know, get a boat that really sets apart from, you know, the other just camo boats that everyone does. And a lot of people get caught up on the, you know, duck boats and this and that, but, you know, duck boats typically for most states is going to be 60 days. You got another 300 days that you got to do something with that boat. So, you know, kind of getting a boat that has a dual purpose, like the Commander, where you can get, you know, some really cool colors. It's got the live well. It's great fishing setup, and it would, you know, work great for a lot of hunting setups. I wouldn't use it as a hardcore timber hunting boat.
One last question, how much is this one?
How much is this one? We said 47,000 roughly, with all the lights, the 175, the stainless prop. I mean, this thing's pretty loaded out. Tandem trailer, the added seat. I mean, the added step up in the front. But these do start at $38,000 is the starting price on these boats. 175 is not cheap. The hydraulic steering is the added option. The upgraded deluxe leaning post is a big upgrade on this. To me, well worth it. The step is well worth it. This is how we order these boats. We've tested them with the 115s and such and 150s. This is how we order them because we have tested them, and I think for your money, this is the best way to get this boat. So that is the price point. And anybody's got anything else on the Avids or any questions or anything, definitely go check out our YouTube channel, Southern Mud Sports on YouTube. And we've done a lot of reviews on the water with these boats, out driving them. We'll continue to do those. We've got a lot of them coming on boats that haven't even really come out yet that we've tested. That one that comes to mind is the Recon FT. I forget what Recon FT 21 FT. It's the tunnel hole they came out with, Recon, and you will not believe the water we drive across with this boat. I mean, it is unbelievable where that boat will go. And we actually get it all on video and prove it and step in the water and show you just how shallow it is where we're running across. So pretty cool video to stay tuned for on our YouTube channel.
Would you say it's more of a bay boat or a hunting boat?
This one? Yeah, this is definitely a fishing boat. You know, they do make it in the camo, which is really cool. Mossy oak, who doesn't love mossy oak? I do know they're supposed to start doing a mossy oak shadow grass. I know it's taken some time to get that through with getting the shadow grass and all those colors approved through mossy oak. So you will see the shadow grass coming out as far as I know. But the mossy oak bottomland is a really cool look. We can even clear coat the mossy oak on the outside, give it another cool look. We have done boats. I don't know if you've seen some of our videos, but we had an FST, 21 FST. We did a huge bow fishing rail on the front. The guy did a lot of bow fishing during the summer, so we built, in our fab shop, built a huge bow fishing rail on the front that was absolutely insane how cool that thing turned out. But once again, go check out our YouTube, follow our social media. We're constantly doing these lives, constantly doing reviews on these boats, on the water reviews on our YouTube channel. If you've got any questions, definitely go to our website, southernmud.com. You can see our inventory. Our inventory is constantly changing. If you don't see something on our website that you've been looking for, make sure you call that dealer near you because there's a good chance it's coming in. We get loads every week. So just because you don't see it on our website doesn't mean it's not coming in. We move a lot of inventory. We love to trick out these boats. We like to do the things that no one else does. JL stereo system, the lights, the underglow, backup trailer lights, like anything you want, we can do it. We can ship it to your door. We have boats going to California, Arizona, Maine, Maryland, Canada. Anything you want, Southern Mud can supply you. Check out our website and give us a call.